back to another vlog, you guys. If you are new to my channel, my name is Kavya and I recently moved into a new home. I'm an Indian American content creator and I enjoy lifestyle, beauty, and fashion like every other girl. Right now I'm sitting here with my oil in my hair and my little morning elixir that I made this morning. It wasn't like classic Ayurvedic mixture because I don't have any of my typical ingredients, but I love having a nice hot water in the morning and some fennel seeds to just kind of cleanse my system. I'm really happy to have you here, and I'm especially excited because today's video is going to be kind of an homage to my culture. I want you to know one thing about Indian culture, and it is that we are generous, we have a lot of hospitality, and we love to share our culture. I'm going to take you guys through a week of what it's like to be an Indian baddie, how to be an Indian baddie. I've even been seeing these Indian baddie makeup looks on TikTok, so we're going to recreate that in today's video as well. And honestly, I just want to show you guys the lifestyle that I feel like my mom and the women in my life have put me on from a very young age. Honestly, it's crazy how like the simplest things that we've learned growing up from our parents or our families about routine and wellness, how much of an effect that has on like your quality of life. Because I'm telling you guys, I let these routines and everything slip out of my hands, or at least I'm not very consistent with it. And I feel like whenever I am slacking in that department, I just don't feel good about myself. Something that I really love and admire about my culture is how ancient it is and how much wisdom we can find in like the simplest routines. Love to learn more about Ayurveda and just like the root of all of these practices. But also I am a modern 21st century content creator girly, so I have to do things that are in a way that is accessible for me. And I want this video to be just that. I want it to be accessible to the Bollywood baddies. I want it to be accessible to people that maybe aren't from this culture or who are just interested in this culture. I just want to take a second to honor the beauty and the elegance that has come into my life, mainly because of my woman of color. So this video is dedicated to you guys. We're gonna wash our hair, do some Indian baddie makeup, and hopefully it's a really nice and productive week. I just stepped out of what felt like one of the best showers of my life. I want to take a minute to highlight one of my all-time favorite brands, not just for hair care, just like brands in general. Today we are talking about Fable and Mane, and I want to show you guys my recent like after shower routine, because let me tell you something, I have become fixated on having straight hair. I whipped that flat iron back out, girl, and for me that's very damaging because as you can see I have very curly, thick, coarse hair. But you guys are always asking me questions about how I keep my hair so healthy, and let me tell you right now, Fable and Mane is a huge part of that. Conveniently, Fable and Mane is a South Asian owned brand. Every time I walk into Sephora and I see the Fable and Mane campaigns, like my heart stops. It's so beautiful to see that type of representation, and on top of that, what's even more beautiful than the campaigns is the results that you get with your hair, okay? The first matter of business for me when I get out of the shower is to detangle my hair. So I'm gonna apply a very generous amount of the Mane Detangling Leave-In Conditioner. Put this on the mid-lengths to ends of your towel dried hair. You guys have literally seen me using this in my LA apartment a couple years ago. And then I'm just gonna take a wide tooth comb, and I'm telling you guys, y'all don't understand what a big deal it is that I'm able to just easily glide a comb through my hair right now. That is not typical for my hair. This is actually gonna help with heat protectant up to 450 degrees. It also has some of my all-time favorite ingredients in it, which are aloe vera and amla. Even though it's so hydrating, it's still a very weightless formula. Then I like to section my hair. I'm gonna use the Mane Smooth and Shine Hair Oil. I'm gonna run this through the mid-lengths to ends, and this is basically gonna strengthen my hair, tame the frizz, and add a lot more shine to it whenever we start styling. Beautiful, shiny, hydrating locks are such a symbol of femininity in Indian culture. I think it's beautiful how big of a part our hair care routines and rituals play into our day-to-day life. When you really take a step back and look at it, what you notice is that a lot of these hair care rituals and things like that are just really strong routines that we have passed down for generations and generations. So even though I'm doing pin straight hair, I like to always have a little bit of volume, especially at my roots, so this product is perfect for that. This is the Fable and Mane Moisturizing Volume Spray. Again, this is gonna offer me that heat protection that I need today. I'm just gonna spray this to my roots, and then I'm going to blow dry my hair straight and flat iron it. I wish you guys could smell how amazing it is in this bathroom. When I was growing up, I used to cry when my mom was oiling my hair because I hated the smell. Somehow Fable & Mane has captured the nostalgia of those oils and that routine, but they've turned it into like an elevated fragrance. Like this room smells like an Indian perfumery. It's insane. Before we jump into this Bollywood blowout, I want to remind you guys again, you can shop Fable & Mane products at Sephora. Trust me, you will not regret it. This is one of my favorite hair care brands of all time. Trust me on this one. This is how I get my hair really straight. The first thing you need to do is get your hair straight with a blowout brush. This doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, phase one, just trust the process. This is how my hair used to look when I would straighten it in like 5th grade. I'd be like, hee hee, my hair's straight. This is actually absurd. After the poofy straight phase, you can go back over each piece. I like to take a little comb and then make sure I'm taking my time when I'm pulling my hair down, and I do this on the highest heat. And as you can see, it gives me that shiny black glass hair that I dream of every night in my sleep. I've been seeing all of these videos on TikTok about how we should be doing our makeup with intense dark eyes and all of this stuff. So I wanted to try out the Indian baddie makeup, starting out with just a really nice clean base. I've been having a really bad breakout, you guys, and I've been left with crazy hyperpigmentation, so it's pretty normal. I always get questions about it, and I want you to know, happens to all of us. This is me turning on my lamp and realizing the lighting was so much better like that. I used the Rare Beauty foundation in shade 380W, and for concealer, I'm using Dune by Hourglass. I'm doing the concealer a little bit lower into my cheek, apple of my cheek area, because I feel like that is a very typical bright area for Indian actresses, and that is who I'm getting inspo from today. If there's one makeup brush you should spend money on, it's the Hourglass concealer brush, because this honestly gives you the airbrush effect, and I think it's so worth it. Set this in place with the Huda Beauty Banana Bread baking powder. I usually only do this on the corners of my mouth, but I feel like we are going for a little bit more of a matte look than my usual day-to-day makeup. Then you need a really sharp black eyeliner. The eyes are the most sultry and stark feature in this look, so I prefer using a really skinny liner. And then this is a trick that I want to show you guys for the cat eye. Pull your inner corner down. It makes it easier to draw this line. I feel like when I just try to freehand this, it makes my eyes look really close together and the line is always thick and too wonky. Then you can kind of go back in with your under eye pencil, curl your lashes. I am using a dark brown shadow today. This Dior palette is my absolute favorite. So I'm just going to kind of darken up my eyes. I'm also going underneath to create even more of a sultry effect, and I really just could not bear to look at myself without lip liner anymore. So this is Root for Me from MAC. This is my new go-to. Another South Asian brand, I am using Mango People. This is the shade Cherry. I really like this blush. I think it's pretty natural looking, so I did that. I also decided that I wanted to put a little bit of this under my eyes just to add that sultry kind of tired look, and I really like how this turned out. I think it pulled it together. I got my brows sorted the other day, so I didn't need to do too much here. I just did a small line with my Benefit Brow Pencil, and then Coolvie Beauty shade Caramel. This has been my go-to recently. It is the perfect natural nude for brown girls. Again, this Dior palette, I decided I needed to add some gold because obviously gold eyeshadow is made for brown girlies. So I did that on my inner corners as well as right underneath my brow bone to add some emphasis right there. These earrings are from Chennai. We got them at like a street side shop, but they're so heavy, but they're worth it every single time. I'm obsessed. And then I just put a little pink bindi. I feel like this look is very Rani Mukherjee. It's probably because of the green contacts, but I honestly kind of combined 90s Bollywood glam with a little bit of like Victoria's Secret Angel bombshell vibes. Yeah, this look eats. As you can see, we have all of the cozy Christmas vibes coming together here at home. Today has been really nice because I've been paying more attention to all of the little touches of my culture and just like being an Indian woman that are present in my life, like in ways that I didn't even notice. Like I use herbal toothpaste. I oil my hair like it's doing my laundry. Honestly, I wanted to take a second to talk about this because I feel like a lot of you guys that follow me and that I get to message back are a little bit younger. There is this trend on the internet of just like hating on Desi people and women of color in general. That rhetoric was there when I was younger, but it wasn't as accessible. Like it wasn't every single TikTok where it's like, what's one race you wouldn't date? We are so much more than a trend. We are so beautiful. We are so blessed. Our culture is so rich, and it really breaks my heart to see devastating messages from young girls about like, you know, I get made fun of because I'm Indian, or they just don't feel beautiful in their skin, you know, and then they're telling me like, I'm glad you exist because it made me realize that I could be beautiful. And I'm just like, that's the exact same experience I had. At the end of the day, that is why I'm a content creator, because I want Indian women to feel beautiful. So it's really, really special and important to me to be able to have this platform, to represent so many amazing South Asian brands, to watch South Asian people pop off recently. And I want us to have the same representation and the same pride in who we are as so many other beautiful women of color. A group of people I really look up to is South American women. I feel like they have such a positive connotation, and I feel like Indian women are so similar to South American women in so many ways. We have these amazing herbal routines, colorful, vibrant clothing, music, lifestyle, the passion for food. So I guess that's just one example. Obviously, every woman of color is an icon in my book. It's time for us to start taking this initiative and just being more proud of where we're from and what our background is. And that's why I wanted to just like make this video and just kind of include these subtle touches of my culture and my life that means so much to me. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want me to do more content like this. Subscribe if you love me, because I want to start posting on here a lot more. I know I always say that, but now that I'm finally settling in, I feel like it's actually possible. So do that. But I love you guys. I'll see you next time.